What's going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand spanking new video. Today's video is going to be the ADHD 5 bottles that you can keep on your bar forever. Let's get right on into it. Alright, so Matt over at ADHD Whiskey challenged all whiskey tubers to his 5-bottle challenge. The 5 bottles that you could only keep at your bar forever. Doesn't need to be your favorites, but it has to be 5 bottles that you enjoy. So, I myself, as a whiskey lover, a bourbon lover, and a whiskey tuber, have picked my 5 bottles. They have a range in price, they have a range in flavor, they have a range in mash bills. So, let's get right on into it, and let's go to bottle number 1. Bottle number 1 is going to be the Barrel Bourbon Central Jersey Bourbon Society Barrel Pick. Now, this bottle of juice is fantastic, and I wish I could have 30,000 of them on deck. This is a blend of C15R. It is 119 proof, and this bottle of juice is fantastic. It has caramels, it has vanillas, it has that oak, has a little bit of char, it has some pumpkin spice in there as well. That is delicious. And we did a limited release on it for the society, but this bottle of juice is so good. So this right here is going to be number 1 that I will always have on my shelf. Bottle number 2. You guys know how much I love wheated bourbons, and this Larceny batch A122 is fantastic. If this was the only Larceny barrel strength bourbon that they released, I would have 5,000 of these on my shelves. I did a review on this guy back when I picked it up, and I absolutely loved it, and I know a lot of new guys that have found this bottle have absolutely loved it as well. Takes a little bit of getting used to, only because it doesn't have those specific wheat flavors to them, but once you let this bottle open up, you have a couple of just sips out of it, and you let it sit and air a little bit, this bourbon opens up to a beautiful, heavenly bottle of bourbon, and you can't go wrong with it. Bourbon number 3. So most of these guys that I picked, you're not going to mix with, but you need that mixing bourbon that you really love, so you don't waste the rest with your cocktails. So I have a mixing bourbon right here that I absolutely love, the Old Forester 100 proof, one of my go-to mixing bourbons. Has those dark flavors, those fruits, the rye spice in there is phenomenal. Not a rye, but it's a bourbon, but it's a higher mash rye, and it does have those caramels, those vanillas, that beautiful oak. And when you mix it in an old fashioned, this bourbon right here is top notch. Bottle number 4, Wild Turkey Rare Breed. Now this guy right here at 116.8 proof, it hits that high proof that we all love. And this bottle right here sings Jimmy Russell, Take Me Home, Country Roads, because this bottle is fantastic juice, and I just love sipping on it on a nice hot summer day. This bottle is so good. It's got all of those flavors packed full of them with that higher proof, and it's just a fantastic, well-rounded bottle. Bottle number 5 is one that I've only had a couple of times. I picked the bottle up myself because I absolutely love this bottle of juice. That bottle of juice that I'm talking about is going to be E.H. Taylor Small Batch. Now, this bottle is so good. It just is packed full of flavor, bottled in bond, 100 proof, and we all have our own regards to Buffalo Trace, whether we love them or we hate them. I would imagine everybody loves them, but we don't love the allocated prices that come along with most of the bottles. If you can find this bottle under the secondary and at MSRP, highly recommend picking it up. Haven't opened this bottle yet, only because I am saving it for a special occasion, if you say, because I did pay a little bit more than MSRP, but nowhere near secondary price. but I don't want to just open this bottle and sip on it every single day because this is not an everyday sipper, unfortunately. It's so hard to find here in the state of New Jersey. But this bottle of juice has those caramels, those dark cherry flavors that Buffalo Trace is known for, but it is just tenfold at 100 proof compared to your 90 proof Buffalo Trace bottle. Has some beautiful oaks and vanillas and caramels in there, and this bottle, you just cannot go wrong if you can find it for a lower price. Definitely put it on your shelf. Those are the 5 bourbons that I would 100% leave on my shelves if I can only have 5 bottles for myself on my shelf that I can only have forever. Going through them one more time, we have the Barrel Bourbon Central Jersey Store Pick. We have the Larceny Batch A122. We have the Old Forester 100 Proof, followed by the Wild Turkey Rare Breed, and then one of my absolute favorites, the E.H. Taylor Small Batch. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Matt over at ADHD Whiskey, thank you for challenging all of us whiskey tubers to this challenge. It is a fun one. It's a difficult one to pick 5 bourbons to put on your shelf when you have a collection as large as yours or as small as mine. It's definitely difficult to narrow it down. But guys, we did that ourselves. We narrowed it down. We picked 5. I hope you enjoyed this one. This has been Nathan with The Everyday Drinker. Cheers.